And we are live. Thank you all for coming to my extra fantastic 250 subscriber extravaganza. I appreciate
Anytime.
every one of you.
Anytime.
All right, so let's do a round of introductions. Bearing is running a little bit behind, but let's start with Mama.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Misa?
Just Mama.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, everybody. I think you already know who Mama and me are, hopefully.
Shut up. They are here solely to see me. It has nothing to do with my guests.
Excuse me, we're the ones with the tits, right?
Tim?
Yeah, hi. No one knows who I am, so I can stay under the radar. We're all happy about that.
We love you, Tim. Go sub to
Thank you,
Tim's
man.
channel. And of course, one of the two big celebrity guests of honor, Mr. Undoomed.
Hey, how you doing? Nobody knows who I am either, so it's okay.
That's easy.
All right.
Right.
So I figure we could get into a little bit of everybody's first big milestone. If anybody wants to start.
Well, like just talking about how we felt and stuff.
Yeah. Your experiences with your first big milestones.
I don't know. I guess 1 subscriber was my. I don't know.
We're like, woo, somebody's watching.
I remember they actually commented on my video and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be your first subscriber, and I'm hoping that you're gonna grow to be big." And about 6 months later, it's like, "Oh, I'm only at 6K." Oh, okay.
Only.
Well,
You're
I mean, compared to people
I'm
like
less than a
Bear
tenth
and
of that.
stuff. I know, but compared to people like Bear, and he complains that he's too small. Like, oh my god, I'm only at 16K.
Oh yeah. First world problems.
Channel, even though 16,000 people watch my stuff.
Mama, your first milestone?
Honestly, the first comment, because I didn't really know how this worked. So when somebody commented, I was like, "Oh, holy shit! Somebody just watched this randomly," because I did the channel for my daughter. So it was really weird that like other people were watching it. I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess, because I didn't know you could make YouTube videos private, or I would have probably just done that and never had been a channel. So my first commenter, and also Tommy Hill, because he gave me my name. So there you go.
Aw. All right, Tim, your first big milestone?
Considering that I'm in subscribers about 1/3 of your size, I suppose my first milestone was when I hit 100 views on a single video.
Nice.
So that was, I mean, even now I'm about as small as they get, but that was like, okay, people actually do want to watch it, even if there are very few people who want to watch it, but there are people who want to watch it that aren't just my dad.
When you think about it, though, 100 people is a lot of people. Like, if you put 100 people in a room, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know. I'm still shocked that I actually managed to get 100 people to listen to me blather on about a Danish trying to fight the African slave trade, which was really weird.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a really weird feeling when pardon my stutter, when you see that people like actually want to see your stuff. It just comes over you like people care what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm still in awe that my Brianna Wu video is still gaining views. At last count, it was at over 550.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It's actually the top in the recommended bar on the side. It says 565.
Congratulations, Martin.
Yeah.
I'm very nearly viral.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I can, but
Yeah. Undoomed, your first bit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm down. I'll shut up.
All right. Now, I remember when I had about 20 subscribers and a guy wrote me and said, "Wow, your channel is going to be huge." I couldn't even see it getting to 100, let alone 1,000. I thought 1,000 would never happen. So I just remember that guy, and I did a shout out to him when I had 100,000 subscribers. I thought that was kind of cool.
Thanks. That's
So yeah,
awesome.
he didn't have a channel of his own or anything. He was just a viewer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, of course you have to let your supporters know that you care, that they care. Like, I mean, when I was kicked off Twitter, like I can still see tweets and stuff that I'm tagged in. I can still see a fair amount of stuff, so I can just see the outpouring of support, and I still to this day just am infinitely appreciative of people like Russell, who's in the chat. He goes by Fuckwad, Mama, Misa, Bear, all the people who made videos. I mean, like, it is very, very, very humbling to know that people actually care. It's the weirdest thing.
Right.
Well, we got into the group chat, and me and Tailed were just like, guys, Marty's Twitter's down. We have to do something. And then you were obviously like, no, guys, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And me and Tailed just got into military mode. Like, no, we're making videos. We're sharing videos. We got to make this a thing. We got to make this happen.
Yeah, and I mean, an immeasurable amount of gratitude for all of it. I mean, thank you so much.
So do you know what you did, or what they say you did, or?
No, I haven't even gotten like an email or anything. Like, they allow you to appeal, so I appealed and I haven't heard anything back. I mean, I can tell you, I know for a fact that I have not abused anybody. I have not gone around talking shit to people. I use this because this was my personal Twitter that they got this time, because I had two. I had my YouTube Twitter and my personal Twitter. And when my YouTube Twitter got banned, I was just like, you know what? I'll just convert my personal one and use it for YouTube, because I barely touch my personal one. And hey, Bear's in the chat. Hi, Bear. But so
Right.
I decided to convert it, and I said to myself, I'm not going to lose this one, because if I lose this one, then it's over. So I kept my nose clean. I just went around. You know, I had all my former followers follow me there, and I even got a couple. Vernaculus and Jeff Holiday actually followed me back that time around. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is just solely for YouTube networking. And then the next thing I know, after Bearing had agreed to do this stream, about maybe 10 hours after Bearing agreed to do this stream, suspended. No email, no nothing.
And you didn't do anything. That someone must have had it in for you.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot even. I mean, it's just incomprehensible that, like, I went out of my way. Like, I have this propensity for arguing. I absolutely love to argue, but I would see arguments going on in my feed, and I'd say to myself, no, stop it. No, you cannot argue. You cannot lose this one.
That must
Sure
have been
enough.
really, really hard for you, because I know how
Yeah,
much
it really
you would have been like, oh, no, be good. I would have died. I would have done it anyway. Fuck it. I would have sacrificed myself. They won't ban me, though. I say way worse stuff than you do. And I harass the shit out of people and shit post politicians all the time. That's pretty much all I use my Twitter for.
Hashtag vagina privilege.
I think it's because I have all those depression points listed in my bio. They did lock me out for calling Lily Allen a retard. She is a retard. But they locked me out for that. But they only locked me out until I deleted the tweet. And that was it. That's the worst thing that's happened to me so far.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just, I didn't even get locked out. Hold on a second, I have to mute my phone.
Fine. Yeah, she
I keep trying. I keep constantly tagging either Twitter itself or at Jack with various comments about people he has Twitter has banned and calling him a retard. But I guess I'm so small, no one actually pays attention.
Well, they have algorithms that are dumb as fuck, because half the time it'll lock you out. Like, when I first got on, I was there for like maybe 5 minutes, and the first person I spoke to was Nay Gone Mad, and I was like, hey, what's up, my nigger Jew fag, right? That's what he lets me call him for some weird reason. And Twitter locked me out of my account. But then I deleted the tweet, went back and just took out the spaces, and then it left it there. So that was clearly a bot.
Yeah.
Right.
but they definitely mark people. Like Danica has probably had 40 Twitter accounts.
Well,
Or
at least
more.
at least they finally got rid of her.
At least. And they managed. Somebody got it out for her though.
They find. I'm really sad. I love Danica. She's so
She's
good.
on Minds, terrorizing
That's-
people.
I'm on Minds. I talk to her on Minds. I'm just saying, she's still the best shit poster I've ever dealt with.
She really is.
Guys,
Yeah.
can't we all just get along on Twitter? Can't we all just be friends?
Not in 140 characters.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like pretty much just the setup for misunderstandings.
I've only had one major Twitter conflict, and it was with Michael Rowlands recently.
Oh, really? What was that about?
He wrote something in response to someone about how we live in a patriarchy, and obviously I just retweeted it like, no, we don't. And then he just kept retweeting stuff that I was putting and taking it out of context. Then we just got into a fight, and the whole time he was like using all caps, and I was just like, I didn't say that. I disagree. That's not what I said. And then he was like, oh, you're autistically screeching at me. And I was like, what?
Dude, he's the one using all caps, man. That's like the internet version of autistic screeching.
Literally, and I brought up my age, and I was just like, you know, you're letting the words of a 19-year-old girl get to you, man. And then he was like, oh, look at me, I'm 19 years old, and I know about feminism.
I actually managed to get blocked by most of the quote-unquote brain trust. Everybody except for Tim blocked me.
But they must share that block bot thing, right?
No. I got blocked individually.
Right. But some of them probably share like Steve Shive's list or something.
Probably.
Because I'm blocked by a lot of people that I've never even heard of.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I was
well,
blocked by
oh,
Steve.
sorry.
I got blocked by Steve Shives the very first day I got on Twitter.
Right.
Very first day. Very first day. I hadn't even looked at him in any point yet, but I was following Bearing. It was probably Bearing. And when I went to check out Steve Shives just for fun, nope, blocked.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I got let's see. I got Christy when I called her out on her brand of feminism being hypocritical. I got blocked by Porn Stash when I called him Porn Stash. My personal favorite though was Kevin Logan. Just after Nordstrom pulled Mrs. Trump's line, Trump tweeted out.
Miss.
Yeah. Trump tweeted out that.
Or what? Which one? They both have one.
God, I think it was his wife. I'm pretty sure it was the First Lady's brand. This was about a month ago, so it's all fuzzy. But anyways,
Like
Trump
900 years in Twitter years.
Yeah. But anyways, Trump tweeted out that it was unfair that they had pulled her line. And to which Kevin Logan quoted the tweet and said, "You mocked a disabled man. You have no right talking about what's not fair." So I quoted that tweet and said, "You called a woman a cum bucket. You have no right to talk about feminism." Blocked.
I remember that one. No response. There was no debate. It was just no. I will not hear a dissenting opinion.
I just feel sorry for that guy. He looks like he's heading in the wrong direction when you look at his videos.
Yeah.
The last couple of videos, he's looked like he's fucking. He's been drinking for 5 days straight and hadn't slept, and I don't know.
Yeah. And who flung poo in the chat says it was Ivanka's line.
Thank you.
The names of some of these subscribers, man. That we've got Dick Balls. I don't know if he's in the chat.
He may or may not be. But
our subscribers, man.
Yeah. But you know, the thing about our subscribers is that they're honest people. You know, they don't give a shit about really too much of anything. It's freaking hilarious that you know, they can and will Hi, Sinclair. They can and will cancer up chats, cancer up your comment sections, and it's fucking great. Like I love being in streams when Patriarchy Bear and like guys like Love Fist Legend are just in there, just completely wrecking the chat. It's awesome.
Yeah, everyone knows you fight cancer with more cancer.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it.
I think we encourage them too much, though, and I think me and Bear being too liberal with the word faggot has really destroyed any stream chat that he's ever been in.
Faggot is one of those words that has lost all meaning.
Pretty much.
It's back. It's ours again.
We was kings, guys. We was kings.
There was, oh god, transableism. Have you heard about this shit?
Oh my god.
What
Yes.
is wrong with these people?
Yeah,
I was born in the I was born in the body of an abled person, but yet I am actually disabled, so you guys have to break my legs so I can be disabled. Like,
yeah, or cut them off.
or cut them off, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Hey,
Hello.
Hi, Bering.
How you going?
Go
How's
ahead
it
and
going?
flee.
Hey, man.
Hey, whoa, sorry. Yeah, I've been wanting to stream with you for quite some time, so you'll have to forgive me if I do just the tiniest bit of fanboying. Ask Undoomed, I did it with him too.
Yeah, I'm fanboying fun. I always fanboy for Undoomed. Undoomed is my god.
Yeah, we're all fan faggots here.
Yeah, it is weird to stream with people that you're fans of, and it's even weirder to stream with people that you're fans of who are also fans of you, because then it's like really weird.
Nice circle jerk there.
Yeah.
Here,
It's weird.
I'll actually drop the watch link in the side chat so you guys can
Yeah,
if you want to troll the chat or something.
sorry for them.
Right.
Yeah, I've already got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your channel about, man? What do you do? What do you specialize in? What do you troll?
I've been attempting response videos, but so far my most watched video was a response to that Brianna Wu Moon thing.
I think that was brilliant. You have that
Yeah.
very, very dry sense of humor. I think it fits really, really good to something that moronic. You just have to respond to the things where they get really stupid, and it works perfectly.
And
Yeah. I'll go up to the moon and start throwing rocks.
it probably
that
also
was so
Oh, sorry,
fucking
go ahead.
dumb. That was so fucking dumb.
Yeah, and it also
Like,
probably had to
what?
do something had something to do with the fact that I actually stretched my 3D legs a little bit, and I used some really, really cool 3D animations. Like I had the moon, and demonstrations of rocks dropping, and demonstrations of like, because the whole thing was from a physically speaking standpoint, you would need a giant chunk of the moon to do the damage that she was talking about. So I had to render up an animation of a giant chunk of the moon attaching itself to a little rocket and then firing off towards Earth.
And if you could drop a rock from the moon, like it would mean that there's no gravity up there. So why wouldn't the fucking moon just fall onto the Earth?
Yeah, actually, that's a really. Have you ever spun a ball on a string really, really fast?
Spun a ball on a what?
Spun a ball around on a string really, really fast. How the ball pulls outward. That centrifugal force is actually what's keeping the moon from smashing into the Earth, because there still is a gravitational effect of the moon on the Earth, and of course vice versa. Sorry, I'm a physics history nerd. It's just how my head works.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the moon program, so I love that.
Oh yeah, dude. That might have been my favorite video of yours when you were talking about the Apollo.
Right. Yeah, I love that stuff. So that's cool. I hate it when people fuck that up. And Brianna Wu of all people.
It's fucking just poetry that he's running for Congress, though, isn't it? Like someone that fucking dumb.
Oh,
Well,
Like-
anything's
Oh, sorry, go
possible, I guess, nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm.
I cannot wait until one of the first mudslinging ads is made against her. That's what I'm waiting for most of all. I mean, the second that some mudslinging comes at her, she will drop the transphobic, misogynist card in an instant, and then everybody will look at her and say, "Have you never seen a political race before?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. The more you cry identity politics, the less people like you, especially in the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, Trump got elected because people, he got elected for a number of reasons, but one of the larger chunks was the fact that everybody was all like, "You oppressive white male trash." So,
Yeah.
yes. So when they see everybody calling Trump an oppressive white male trash, they're like, "Well, I've been called that before, and I'm not a bad guy. So maybe there's more to this guy than they're letting me know."
You know what actually made me interested in him? The shit people were talking. They were like, he said this and this. He's like, said all Mexicans are rapists. And I'm like, that's really retarded. I'm going to go watch the stream. So I just watched his speeches and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. That's not what he said at all, but okay.
Yeah.
No,
I-
that's an amazing amount of hyperbole going on.
Oh, yeah,
Whenever
me and my
they
mom
whenever
still
they
fight
say
it.
anything, it's like, yeah, he called all Mexicans rapists, and
Whoever's phone that is, turn it off.
yeah, he fucked
He,
up.
wa- he wants to kill all Muslims.
Yeah,
Right. Oh my God, Jim
ban
Jeffries.
all Muslims.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries on fucking Bill Maher. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off. Hitler didn't immediately kill all the Jews. Man, will you just like KYS really, dude? I mean, just
That was really dumb.
take one of those guns that you hate so much and put it against your head and do us all a favor.
I
No.
would prefer to just beat him to death with it, but okay. I mean, you know,
I mean, like, I have never really been a big fan of Jim Jeffries. For some reason, my friends freaking love him, but I gave him a shot. I watched that god awful show on freaking FX that he was in. I watched a couple of his specials, and I'm like, his entire bit is hating America and talking trash about people who disagree with him. Like, that can work, but I mean, you're essentially alienating like 80% of your audience, bro.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. I always have been, but that stuff he came out with on the Bill Maher show was fucking pathetic.
yeah. It seems like most people go to Bill Maher's show to get retarded.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, once you're there, you're fucked.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and the idea, like, at the end of the day, when Bill Maher is spouting his freaking like nonsense, like, I didn't even like Religious, and I'm an atheist. Like, I tried to watch Religious. Sorry, that's a really hard word to say with a stutter, but I tried to watch Religious, and I'm just sitting there thinking he's just being an ass to Christians.
What's
like,
religious? What the fuck's religion?
it was a documentary he made, basically making fun of Christianity. Now, I'm on board with making fun of anything. Go right ahead. But then it gets to the part where he is like, people are coming to him to talk to him about their religion, and he is essentially just using it as an opportunity to talk shit about them. And then even like after the fact, you see shots of him in his like tour bus or his SUV or something, and he's just like talking shit about them behind their back. And I'm like, do you realize how much of a bitch this makes you look like, dude?
Mm.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. I
put
saw it. I didn't think
documentary
it
in
was that bad though.
quotation. It was all right. He definitely had an axe to grind, which is really obvious, and I think that's what made it seem so biased and obnoxious. It's just
Yeah, it was biased and obnoxious, but it was all right.
Well, I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not biased. What are you talking about? I have absolutely no bias.
None
As your-
whatsoever.
As your nose grows.
It's big enough. It doesn't need
That wasn't her nose growing.
to. Shut up.
Oh, so if there's anybody watching, I want you guys to go and sub Tim. Like, I absolutely know the rule. You know, when you have a milestone stream, you bring on people bigger than you and also people smaller than you. Try and spread the love around. You know, redistribute them subs and take down the bourgeoisie. But sorry, a bad socialism
How the hell
joke.
did I get 6,000 subscribers?
Since when did I become the bourgeoisie? Is what I want to know.
No. You're the proletariat in that joke, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tim, why
Wait.
don't you talk about yourself a little bit? Come on, boost yourself, mate.
Okay, I do weird history videos and travel videos from the United States and a lot of other places. I've been focused again on road tripping in America because I feel like most people should try at least one road trip in America. There's too much to see that most people miss. And again, history from mostly Europe from around Rome until the beginning of the 20th century, because history is interesting and people should be fascinated by it.
Interesting.
Yes,
Sounds good.
I utterly adore history. But of course, anybody who knows me knows that I'm just some freaking like history nerd.
Yeah, your avatar kind of gave me a clue.
Yeah, I am so proud of this thing. This thing took me like 80 hours to make, so I'm gonna like milk this thing for all it's worth.
That's good, man.
I always
And that
find
means-
it.
Oh, sorry.
I
what?
always find it weird to shill myself because I never really considered my channel to be anything special. I mainly just made it for my friends. I would never know what to say about it.
Yeah, you know what? Interestingly enough, like I kind of made this for my friends. Like, I mean, you know, I've streamed since like last year and hung out in this circle, but like I never really like desired to make content until all my friends were all like, "Dude, you have to make videos. Dude, you have to make videos." They were practically filleting me, telling me how great I was. Dude, you have to make videos. So finally, I just decided to do it.
Good.
That's a fun hobby.
It really, really is. Like, it doesn't even feel like work half the time.
Well,
No, I mean, it isn't.
It is
Well,
if
not for me,
you're a techno retard like I am. I tried to edit and it was a disaster. Movie Maker is not the best thing ever. It's just work. It's awful.
You need to upgrade, Mama.
Yeah.
I am broke. So
There's like torrents you can download for Sony Vegas and stuff.
I do not advocate pirating any kind of software on my channel.
Big disclaimer.
I'm just saying, you know, girls gotta eat, and I ain't got like £200 to be spending on editing software.
Do you use Sony? Do you use Sony Vegas, Mesa?
I actually use Filmora, but I found a torrent of it because I'm too lazy to download Sony Vegas.
You know what? Undoom turned me on to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is, I mean, it's so user friendly. I mean, it is great. I love it. I love everything about it. And it's a subscription service. You pay $20 American dollars a month, and it's just the best thing ever. I love it. I will never go back to anything else.
I reckon
Right.
Premiere Pro is too complicated. It fucking confuses me.
Really?
No, it's
Yeah.
fucking good. What
What do you use?
I use a program called Camtasia.
I haven't heard of that. Is it I mean, is it fairly streamlined?
Yeah. It's like just like the rest of them, but it's just easy to use. It's very, very simple.
Right.
Sorry, I had to go yell at my kids.
I don't know. I guess if it does the job, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
Yeah.
I can definitely recommend Premiere Pro.
And I can second
Yeah.
that recommendation.
Yeah, Tits uses Premiere Pro. I just found it a bit complicated.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
When sorry. What I did when because I needed a new keyboard and a new mouse, and I really I had already dumped about 2,400 American dollars, about 3,000 Aussie dollars into my computer, and I didn't really want to spend any more money on a keyboard and mouse. So what I did is White Sith Male, who was in the chat, I made fuck my stutter. I made an intro and outro for his videos. I built a Star Destroyer, set it to some music, did some sound effects, made it warp in and out. I gave him some TIE fighters, and I mean, it just came out looking really, really nice. And in exchange, he got me a keyboard and a mouse.
Oh, very good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Smart boring.
Well,
I
mean,
gotta go look it now that I know you did it.
okay. Yeah, I think all of his recent videos use my intro. Well, it's his intro. I'm just the artist, but use the intro I made.
Cool.
You're so fancy now.
Fuck you, King. You can ask yourself. Marty, you can ask the damn question. You know which one it is.
No, I'm not asking that question. That's King's meme.
Oh.
Well, I'll do it then. I can always be kicked out. Undoomed, have you ever been with a Polish guy because you know it's really exotic and everything?
No. Why would I be with a Polish guy? What the fuck kind of question is that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea why I mean, that's just his thing. He asks everybody that. Like, I mean, and he has even learned how to ask it in Spanish, French, I think German too. I mean, like, that's just what he does.
It's just his fetish.
Yeah.
He just wants to know.
I think he wants to be a trans Polish guy, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've been with a Polish girl though.
Yeah.
That helps.
Wow, chicka wow wow. Sorry.
You know what? I think the one white girl I dated in my whole life was Polish. Polish and Ukrainian, I believe, was her specific genetic makeup. I'm typically like, not that I do it on purpose, but more often than not, I end up with Mexican chicks, and I can't I don't do it on purpose. It's just what happens. The Mexican ladies love me, and I love them.
It's like that fiery ladies. Just like them.
It actually got so bad that my friends started every time I got a new girlfriend, my friends would ask me, "So what's Maria's name this time?"
Do I have the inverse problem? I've never dated a white dude, and my mom tells me I'm racist because of it. Like, okay. And even though the guy I'm gonna marry is mostly white, he's still like a quarter Senecan, so that's the best I could do. I'm not gonna try. Senecan Indian.
It's a kind of Native American, typically indigenous to the northeastern parts of the states, usually around western New York and parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Yeah. And I'm like half Cherokee, so it's like it's white enough. It's fine.
Close enough.
Basically.
Yeah, and you know, like typically it doesn't work out too well because that famous Latina fire, it's real. It's not like a stereotype or an exaggeration. They will lose their shit at a moment's notice.
Oh, you like that stuff, huh?
Sometimes it's fun. I do like a good argument, but when they're beating you but when they're beating you with a rolling pin, it takes on a whole different meaning.
Yeah,
Marty, I just want to remind you that Levy is actually in the chat.
Yes, I see that. I'm purposely ignoring her just because she wants me to notice her. That would be my girlfriend, by the way.
We will not deign to notice you. There you go. Wait,
I love that thing you posted on. I love that thing you posted on Twitter where you were talking to her, and then you just put that picture of the guy pressing the deport button.
Oh yeah. That was great. Me and her were talking, and I had just recently broke my wrist, and I was in a considerable amount of pain, and sorry, that echo screwed me up, but I just tell her I ran out of my pain meds and I'm in quite a bit of pain, and she's like, "Oh, pobrecito," and I sent her an image of a deport button.
You're such an asshole. I love you. That's
Yeah.
our family. By the way, Rabbit came in and said to tell you hi.
Who's Rabbit?
My daughter.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
She's
she
too
has like
grown up for Bunny. She's Rabbit now.
yeah. Sorry, she has like 9 nicknames. It's hard to keep track.
She does. But well, I always called her Bunny, and now she's like, no, I'm too old for that because she's 9 now. So I'm Rabbit. I'm like, you realize that Rabbit does not mean grown up bunny, right? And she's like, yes, it does. And I tried to argue with her, and she's not having it. So fine, Rabbit it is. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I adore Mama's Kids, and the second I get to Arizona, I'm going to open quotes borrow them. So
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like,
For
where are
your
my
cult?
kids? Yes,
No.
the history cult.
I
Yeah.
will teach her. Yeah, I will teach her kids all about history and physics, and turn them into giant nerds.
I have said it before, Marty. We gotta get there together. I feel together we can turn them to the dark side of history somehow.
What's the dark side of history? The Greeks?
The
Druids?
Inquisition.
Oh, Lord.
No, the dark side of history is instead of the right side of history.
Exactly.
You're on the wrong side of history.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were talking about how Gazi Kozo sees history.
Yeah.
It's all dark. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Please don't take my channel down for a off-color racist joke.
Blacks were the first Native Americans, you know.
Does Gudsy say that?
Yep. There's some kind of weird theory that they were native, like the original Americans were black, and they
Crying out loud.
progressively bred with inferior white people to become the somehow Asian lineage Native Americans. I'm not really sure how it works, but it's like before Pangea broke apart.
Yeah, there weren't even people on Earth at the time of Pangea, though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like humans are like very, very recent. Like,
Yeah, but
like measured in hundreds of thousands.
their
of years.
stuff really doesn't make any sense anyway, so don't expect this to make any sense.
Oh, so the Miggiest of Tau brings up an interesting theory. It's probably one of my more favorite historical options, as we'll call them. But how the Mormons view it. The original Native Americans were white Jews who who rejected the teachings and were struck red, I believe is how the story goes.
No, the lineage of Cain, they were black, and that's why they wouldn't let black people be Mormons until like the 70s, because they were like, no, they bear the mark of Cain. Like, are you sure about that?
The mark of Cain is black skin. Really, that's probably probably one of the more interesting interpretations I've heard.
Oh no, you want to know who Cain is? Cain is still alive. You see, Mormons believe that Cain is not only still alive, but is in fact Bigfoot.
No
You heard me
way.
right.
Come again.
Yeah, Cain didn't die. He was cursed to live forever. And
Yes.
I shit you not, there is a theory among Mormons that Cain is actually Bigfoot. And that's why Bigfoot is always around places, but nobody can ever see him because there's only one of them.
I think it's about time. For me to start becoming a Mormon, because that religion seems absolutely awesome.
Yeah, for all the stuff about not doing drugs or caffeine or any of that stuff, they must have some good weed that they're not telling anybody about.
Pretty much, but actually he was doing opium, so he had a lot of interesting revelations when he was shit-faced and high.
Yeah, but everybody was doing opium back in the mid to late 1800s. That was the thing.
Well, this was the early 1800s, 1830s, I believe. I'd have to look. I don't remember exactly. I grew up Mormon, so this is why I figured this shit out when I was 9. I'm like, that's wrong.
You know what?
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but you know what? When you actually get... all right, so there are a few Mormons I've met in my lifetime, and I guess they're like Mormon light. They don't subscribe to all the crazy, really out there theories. It's just like a community thing for them, where like it's their family, their friends, everybody is Mormon, so they're Mormon by default. Still,
Yeah,
some of the
like
nicest guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, these guys would give you the shirt off their back in the middle of winter. I mean, just amazing people, and I'll never say anything bad about them because just amazing people. These specific people I'm talking about. I don't know about anybody else.
For the most part, yeah. The only problem is they still believe all the crazy.
Not these guys. Their favorite drink was Mountain Dew.
Oh, you can have Mountain Dew. Now that the church proper owns quite large stocks in various beverage companies, you can have it now. But 15 years ago, you couldn't drink it because you had to avoid even the very appearance of evil, because soda was somehow evil. I don't know.
Yeah. I knew.
Well, Mountain Dew was evil. Is that what I thought?
All caffeine. Caffeine is evil.
Yeah, that's why I could never be evil. All right. Or, I mean, yeah, well, that's why I could never be a Mormon, It's just, all right, so you have to give up caffeine. Are you trying to turn me into a genocidal madman? I need my coffee in the morning, dude. Because that's exactly what would end up happening.
Well, they don't have coffee. They have something called Mormon tea, which is basically just ephedra. That's what it is. But no caffeine. Caffeine, it's ephedrine. Like, it's just straight, like, speed, basically.
That's the stuff you make meth out of, right?
I don't. Well, ephedra is, but the Mormon tea is just it's the plant of it. So you can't have coffee because that has caffeine in it. But you can have Mormon tea. That one's okay, even though it's like a highly addictive substance that too much of will make you hallucinate, and you will straight like spiritual journey, vision quest shit on that. But
I swear to God, next time I pass through Salt Lake City, I'm converting. This sounds better and fucking better.
See, here's a downside though. Families are forever.
I like my family, mostly.
I don't like my family, so there you go.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think a lot of us don't like our families. I think, like, the more and more I meet people who, on Twitter, on YouTube, and various places, I come to find out that a lot of them aren't really in touch with their family or have strained relations with their close relatives. And it's just, like, really weird. I'm not going to name names, but a lot of them have some serious daddy issues, myself included.
Well, you need to have immense emotional issues to do this kind of content.
Do you really?
Well, everyone that I know has some kind of problem, either anxiety, depression, PTSD, bipolar. Everyone. I don't think I've met someone who hasn't got something.
Yeah, but you're young.
No, I mean like on YouTube, because most of the people I know on YouTube are at least 30.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe I think for a lot of people, YouTube is kind of like therapy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that is 100% accurate because, like, I'm insane. I'm utterly insane. And since I started doing the YouTube and Twitter and Minds thing, I haven't fell into crippling depression anymore. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I can just like get things off my chest in streams or in content or something.
Who is that who's echoing all the time?
That would be Tim.
Fuck you, Tim.
Trying to fix it. We'll fix it.
Bro, seriously,
All right.
get yourself like 1,000 of your Danish currency and buy yourself a mic, man.
You can't. He's paying for my mic right now.
Yeah, I actually am.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just saw a picture of Rachel Maddow then and now. I'm like, Jesus. She used to be really hot.
Who?
Rachel Maddow.
Doesn't ring a
That's
bell.
depressing. Well, it's hashtag feminism, not even once. So,
Oh yeah, the feminism not even once meme. I've seen a few of those. I think my favorite was what's the chick from The Big Bang Theory, the hot one.
Oh, Penny.
Yeah,
The character's called.
yeah. After she was hooked into feminism by the other chick, the not so attractive one, she like chopped her hair off. She started getting real bitchy, and it's like a freaking drug. Yeah, feminism not even once.
Yeah, I had that in
Yeah.
one of my videos. I remember.
Yeah, I
Made
remember.
a meme of found an old picture of the person, and then yeah, it was a huge difference. She'd shaved her head and got the black lipstick and everything.
Like you could have been pretty, but you decided not to be.
Yeah, she was all right looking and before feminism. So
Yeah, there was the after feminism thing. After they go through rehab. I've only seen it once, but it was the Die Cis Scum Girl.
yeah,
Yeah, she got off of feminism, and she's not that bad looking. She had not to sound too weird, but she had a nice set of knockers on her.
Oh, but that's what you notice. Like, she got some pretty cool tits. All right.
I do happen to be a straight white male, by the way, so of course I'm going to notice if she has nice tits.
All right.
I think women notice that too.
Yes, we do. But you know whose tits are not that nice, but apparently everybody is in hysterics over it. Oh shit, what's her name? The girl from Harry Potter.
Emma Watson.
Yes,
Yeah.
her tiny tits. That's what my fiance started calling her, and now that's her name in my head. So I'm trying not to call her that. But she did, I guess, a photo shoot where she had her I don't know, just like a little under boob, side boob type thing, and there was some kind of hysterics over it, and I'm like, what the hell? She has the tiniest boobs. I would not be showing those if I were her, to be honest.
Yeah, but she's British and she's kind of attractive, and she was Hermione, so she's obviously like the most attractive woman ever.
God, that character was so annoying.
But I heard feminists. I heard feminists lost their shit over that because she apparently didn't have a bra or something.
Yeah, basically.
She was exposing herself for men's sake.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but isn't like the whole no bra thing like freaking the feminist uniform though?
Not when you're doing it for men.
Okay.
Yeah, you can burn your bra and walk around free the nipple or whatever, but if a guy notices, all of a sudden now it's a bad thing, but you still want to free the nipple, but men can't notice it. So it's just very
Do they want us to pluck our eyes out? I mean,
I think that is the goal, actually. They're like, here are my tits. My eyes are up here. Fucking shit.
I had this ex-girlfriend who was rather well endowed. And one summer she was just wearing this low-cut shirt, and she had a really well-fitted bra on. And so I'm talking to her. I'm completely engaged in the conversation, give and take, back and forth, just having a grand old time. But my eyes wander down, and without even realizing it, I'm staring at her chest. And then she says, "Hey, my eyes are up here." And to try and be funny and clever and charming, I was like, "Yeah, but they're not nearly as interesting as what's going on down here."
And then
so
Marty
how
was
hard
single.
did she punch you?
Actually, she had a really great sense of humor. She kind of scoffed at first, but then she remembered she was dating me, and she was all like, "All right, whatever."
I basically go with the Simpsons response. My eyes are up here. Yeah, I made my choice.
That is a good line.
Yeah.
True. No, I think I would be really offended if I were dating somebody and they didn't objectify me. I would be like, "What? Have you lost interest? What's happening?" I would I have to be honest.
Don't you find me pretty anymore?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm a woman. I like to feel pretty sometimes.
It's true.
It is. See, honest women will not lie to you about this. We'll just tell you the fucking truth. Yes, objectify us. That's what we want. Just not in
No.
public or in front of our mother.
Hashtag
Yeah.
not all women you will get punched if you objectify women you don't know.
Yeah.
Just need to add that
But
disclaimer. I don't
Jesus
want
Christ,
someone,
you and your disclaimers.
yeah, I don't want someone getting punched and then blaming me.
Oh my God. They're not gonna blame you for something someone else said.
Well, yeah, and also I figure like
Oh, this
maybe
is YouTube. You'll get blamed.
well, and also I figure disclaimers could be my thing. Like I had this one I did a response to a chick who was punching Nazis, one of those people.
Mhm.
And she was just making these broad sweeping terms about Nazis, and to which I said, maybe you're using Nazi as a catch-all term for white supremacist. And some of them really don't care about other people. They just want like their white race to be isolated, and hashtag not all Nazis. So but I don't actually like believe any of that stuff. I was just arguing for the sake of arguing. And I killed the stream.
That doesn't fit into the
I'm
personality
sorry, the baby
overview
crying.
at all.
I was just enjoying the awkward silence there. It's really, really nice.
Well, I'm just trying to keep the thing going and keep talking, and sometimes that leads to verbal diarrhea where I'll just start spouting stuff. So if that happens, feel free to verbally punch me in the head.
Verbally punch. That
How do you
sounds
do
like
that?
a feminist thing, right?
Or is
I
there
mean,
violence?
all right. Funny story. Years ago, me and my one buddy would always hang out with our buddy Dan, and he worked until about midnight. He had this real late shift, so of course we would go over to Dan's house at about midnight and hang out till like 3, 4 in the morning. Dan liked to drink, and he would reach a point where he would be completely unresponsive drunk. You couldn't contact him at all. He's just passed out, and the only way to get his attention would be to you would practically have to punch him in his head to get attention. So eventually it just became, hey, let's go punch Dan in the head and see what he's doing. And then after that, it kind of just became punch me in the head to get my attention. To get someone's attention became punch them in the head.
So you made a meme, but like for real life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what? Okay, Marty, everyone says hello.
Aw, well, tell him I says hi. Sorry, I absolutely adore kids, especially mama's kids.
Well, that's one of you.
I will
I don't know.
your nutsack if you talk shit about me, because I know that hurts worse than anything else.
Well, I hit my mid-20s, and literally overnight, I just decided that I wanted kids. I had this weird dream, and I woke up wanting kids, and I've just been, kids guy ever since.
That's awkward. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what to
had this
say.
prophetic vision of children.
I don't have a problem with this, Marty. As long as I don't get asked to participate, I'm fine with it.
Oh, come on, Tim. You don't want to bear my babies?
Well,
Sit out, slut. It's been long enough.
fair enough.
I was
Marty,
actually.
Marty,
Yes?
super quick. Do you mind if I invite Bear?
Yeah, sure.
All right, one
Yeah.
second.
Is he gonna rickroll again? Because if he's gonna do that, then I will.
That was-
pay
That was
close attention.
adorable.
Yeah, I still have yet to see that thing in full resolution, so I could see the hashtag Free Marty across his forehead. Because
Super worth it.
because I saw it on my phone, and the resolution was so low, I couldn't see what he had written on his head.
At least it didn't say balls, so I guess it's okay.
I would write balls on Bear's forehead.
Me too. See, this is why we're friends, because we would let people pass out and then we would draw on them and take lots of pictures before they woke up and wash it off.
Oh, passed out. I would do that to anybody. I mean, I'm saying I would physically hold Bear down and write balls on his forehead.
I'll put on
Oh,
a strap.
God. Marty, before she kills me, can I invite Lexi in?
She's like, "Wee, I'm here."
I don't know. Like I did kind of want to keep this at 5, and then
I'm okay. I'm okay. I just have to ask before she does something to me. Because now
tell her I promise I'll let her in on the next one. I have 3 people that I'm gonna.
I'm pretty sure she'll hear you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lexi. I do love you, but I don't want this thing getting insane.
Yeah, he doesn't need it to turn into one of my streams.
Yeah.
I
Well,
we're
you
just
do.
trying to be nice and not say it. Mine always turn into a fucking shit show.
Well, it's because you invite like 9 other people, and then it's just like one person talking over another.
Yeah, that's true. But actually, it's usually whoever's the drunkest or the most stoned talking over everybody else. Ugh. I love you, Tim, but that echo.
Yeah.
What echo?
You don't hear it because you're the one echoing. You're the one breaking everyone.
Yeah,
There's
kill
literally
yourself.
nothing to echo.
Mm. Gonna hit you. Anyway, so Martius,
Yes.
talk to Bear because Bearing's not talking.
Oh, yeah. I was, yeah. I didn't really have like questions planned. Oh, hey, everybody else answered this. What would you deem as your first like YouTube milestone? Like, and how did you feel about it? Bearing?
Bearing. Yeah, okay, damn. All right. I'm sorry. I don't
Tits
know
probably
why.
wore her BDSM outfit today. That was one of my favorite Sugar Tits moments. She was doing a response to some chick about dating apps, and some chick was this feminist chick was really upset that somebody had asked her if she was submissive, and then immediately you cut to a shot of tits in a BDSM outfit saying, "What's wrong with submissive?" Like that thing freaking killed me.
Oh, damn it to hell. All right, I'm excited for you to have 250 subs. So, oh, hey, Carlos is here. Hi, Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. But yeah, and it's like the funny thing is this started off as 100 sub stream spectacular, and then the next thing I know, I have 150, and then the next thing I know, I have 200, and then today I peaked over 250, and I'm just sitting here going, "What?"
I told you people love you.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
You're being like so polite on this stream. He's honest to God. He's a huge asshole.
That's
Well,
good.
yeah, I guess I can be, but I mean, you know, wait, hold on a second. Let me make sure. Yeah, I mean, I like everybody in this stream, so there's no need for me to be an asshole here. And I haven't
You don't
disagreed
be
with
an
anybody
asshole
yet.
to
So.
us. Just,
No, but
you know,
that's a good argument.
Yeah.
I'm
And okay,
just
Mama,
letting
I will draw
people-
balls on your forehead. There you go.
Aw, thank you. We're like family. Sorry, I should probably preface that.
Yeah,
People are
I have
unaware of
permissions
our
on her
weird
live stream
relationship.
channel,
That's right.
which is fun because I utterly adore deleting mod comments in streams. Like, you know, it's like if somebody with a wrench says something and I control them by deleting it, I usually do, just because, you know, it's just fun to troll your friends. It never gets old trolling your friends.
Okay.
And probably actually just last night, during the stream on your channel, Scotch was saying I can say whatever I want, so I deleted that and said no, you can't.
So Baring just said that his internet fucked up, so he's gone.
It's
Yeah,
Australia. Their internet is shit. Like,
yeah.
there's
Yeah,
like
and-
some fat dude, like, I swear to God, on an exercise bike somewhere in the fucking bush that runs the internet. That is Australian internet, and he just gets tired and quits.
Yeah, they got smoke signals and everything. It's got to go through a smoke signal router.
Right.
Oh,
It's just a chain of dudes with, like, you know, smoke signals and guys with like the old
The Twilight
the old
Bark.
telegraph. Yeah.
I hear they have dial-up, so that's fancy.
Oh gosh.
God, dial up.
Wow.
Peach curses the fucking
That's
shitty.
practically
Australian
Stone Age tools.
basically.
Yeah.
My parents still have dial-up.
What?
It was so fucking weird to try to use the internet there. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Why is this so slow? I'm like, do they even still have dial-up? Like, who is running that business? That they're like, sure, we'll stick with dial-up. What the fuck? So she picks up the phone and you hear that like old screech from back in the day. There. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Oh god, I hated that. I hated that. Like the second
Best
they
sound
invented,
ever.
Yep.
the second they invented freaking broadband and cable and DSL and fiber optics, it was like entering a just golden age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
porn downloaded like so fast. I wouldn't know anything about that at all.
Yeah, it is the one thing I miss about living in the city. Like I live in
Porn
the middle of
downloads.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Those were good. But the thing is when I lived in the suburbs of Buffalo, they had fiber optic internet, and I got to tell you, I would download a video game and it would take longer to install than it would to download. I couldn't freaking believe it. Like sometimes I would just download stuff just to see how fast it would go.
Sorry. I'm reading the chat. Get more cancerous, you losers. God, they're like, talk about this, talk about that. Why don't you start talking about it? This
We're
is
talking about
chat.
Twilight.
Chat is for cancer.
We're
No.
talking about Twilight, Mama. I don't know how much more cancerous it will ever get.
No. No,
Yeah.
no. You
Yeah.
stop now. You stop that. None of that. Oh, God. I hate Twilight. I hate it so much. And now that I know 50 Shades of Grey was Twilight fan fiction, I hate it even more. It's the worst thing ever.
Funny story. That chick with the endowments that I dated, I actually read the Twilight books for her. Now, let me explain. I do need to explain this because there was only one way I could get her to watch Star Wars, and that was to read the Twilight books. So, of course, I read the Twilight books and she watched Star Wars. However, the cool thing is I went away hating Twilight and she went away liking Star Wars. So it worked out.
Who wouldn't like Star Wars?
I have met some people who didn't, and it doesn't make sense. Like Gutenberg, freaking wrecked SJW videos. He doesn't like Star Wars, and it's like, dude, like how do you not
That
like
explains why you're
Yeah,
not
but you don't
inviting
like
him in anymore.
Goodfellas.
I don't like Goodfellas. Yes, I don't like Goodfellas.
What, the movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was ages ago. It was like
Yeah.
just an average movie to me.
Well, I mean, the thing is like you have three main characters. You have De Niro's character, and first of all, I'll say this till the end of time: De Niro is always good. Like De Niro can do no wrong. And so I did like his character. However, the other two main characters, Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta, did not like their characters. Joe Pesci was annoying.
Fuck, you're a big fan of this shit. You remember the actors. Fucking hell. It was just a average movie to me. I saw it. Like, how old is this shit? It's got to be 20 years.
Yeah, I think 25. I think it was 92.
Right. Holy shit. So that's your
I
favorite
feel-
movie, huh?
I feel old suddenly.
1990. Holy shit. But no,
Right.
I
Wow,
just
I've
wasn't.
had so many kids since then.
I love that as a dating system.
It is. That's how I remember when movies came out or when things I didn't like happened.
Has my echo improved at all, by the way? Because otherwise
Yes,
I can't do
very much.
anymore.
I was considering flying over there just to hit you and then flying. I hate echo in streams because then I have to hear my voice and I hate that.
So basically,
Yeah,
you'll
it
come.
just fucks up your train of thoughts. You can't really speak when you hear your own echo. It's just
I
destroys
am
your
really
brain.
sorry. I dug out my old headset and see if I could
Aw.
plug that in, and it worked. Hopefully.
Nice.
Good.
It's better. Thank you. Yeah, it throws you off. You're like, what? Wait, what? I hate it.
Mhm.
And White cis male said, now I can hear your damn Danish accent.
Oh fuck you, you Swedish bastard!
They have a thing. I don't know. Sometimes they love each other. Sometimes they hate each other. They love each other when it's about food, and the rest of the time they're very partisan and patriotic and whatever. You should not be proud of Sweden. Just letting
I
you
love
know.
I love him all the time. I just don't want him to know that. Oh, by the way, he can hear me. Damn.
Intercontinental love-hate relationship between a giraffe and a weird Sith Lord.
Oh yeah.
That seems like fan fiction. I think get on that, Lexi. That could go somewhere.
Oh, so
do you want to read that one, Mama? And she muted. That was scary. That
No,
scared
I
her.
had the baby was talking to me.
I'm just saying,
Dude, cry to someone who cares. No.
if you wanted to read mine and Sith fanfic instead of Lexi and Axe, that would be fine.
Yes, hopefully it will be less gross.
all right, so so since I got 30 people watching, I'm going to do a little bit of good. My buddy Patriarchy Bear is going through a little bit of trouble right now. And if anybody has a couple of extra bucks lying around or just anything going on, I put his PayPal link in the description. If you want to jump over to that and put some money in his hat for me, I would really appreciate that. He's one of the greatest people I've met ever. I mean, this guy is hilarious. He's a good dude. And if you can do anything to help Patriarchy Bear, please do. Sorry, I just wanted to take a chance to do some good.
Yes, PB is shit poster extraordinaire. Brings all good cancer to Twitter. Or he did until they banned him permanently.
Twitter, Minds, chat cancer. I mean, the guy is, I don't call many people I meet on the internet friends. I try and keep that distinction between internet friends and IRL friends, but P-Bear is one of the few guys I would call a friend. I mean, this guy is just an amazing human being.
He really is. He's a sweetheart. I'd let him touch my boob. Actually, he said he would. If he immigrated to the U.S., he said he would touch my boob.
I like your way of thinking.
Hey,
I think most
to...
of us would if we were, if someone put a gun to our heads. I think most of us would touch your boob. just want to point that out.
What I'm saying is I'm going to steal all of Canada's cool people by any means necessary so that when we nuke the place because Trudeau sucks, all the cool people will be over here. That's my plan.
That's a good plan.
That is actually a good plan.
Yeah, we need former Reformer King. We need Patriarchy Bear. We need Padre Speaks. And
Danica.
And Danica, that's right, yeah.
Definitely Danica.
Yeah, but once we get all those guys, we can totally nuke Canada.
Hey,
Yeah,
what about
because
Andy
Danica
Wolski?
shit. No, they can keep him. He can stay. Chris can. Andy stays. Chris can. That's it.
Yeah, I have to stream with Andy at some point because, oh, that's right, marking bad too.
Oh, you want me to get Mark?
Yeah, no. White Sith
later.
Male
I will.
brought up the fact that marking is Canadian, and I forgot about him.
Yeah, he seems so American. You forget that he's Canadian because
Yeah,
he's pro gun rights and shit. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Canadians have opinions.
Oh, that must suck being pro-gun and Canadian.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I mean, they have Canada's national gun laws are pretty much comparable to America's strictest states' gun laws. Like, you can only have a certain kind of gun, only for hunting, and you can't keep it within and you have to keep it in specified locations. It's so highly regulated, regulated that it's insane.
Right.
Welcome to Denmark.
Must suck.
I don't know. I grew up I'm an army brat. Up in the hills of West Virginia, can make a gun out of just about anything because fuck the government and all that shit. So I can also make moonshine. Don't forget.
That's a good skill.
Yeah, the absolute best thing I have ever heard come out of Canada was definitely Pea Bear. But the second best, though, the absolute second best, was we have Canada and actually
Thank
Europe
you.
by extension too. A cautionary tale: don't let yourself become feminist.
Don't let your country be run by a feminist. Apparently, that's the way to kill it.
Yeah.
That is the way to kill it. Oh, hi, Mark. Sorry, Smirkus is in the chat.
Oh, hey, Mark. I like Mark.
Yeah.
I'm
Damn,
really
it's so weird that like I still get notifications on Twitter. Like if somebody tags me in something, I can see it on Twitter. I just can't interact. So like it's like as I said last night, this has got to be what it's like to be a ghost. Like you can see everything going on around you, but you cannot like touch.
Well, see that I just do. Will
That's
do it for
actually
you.
really depressing. There are too few movies dealing with that particular aspect of it, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was this indie like emo like American film probably maybe 10 years ago that did it really really well. He could interact, but the thing was is like as like after he was done interacting, everything reset to the way it was. Like there was this one cool like part where he threw a chick off a building, but then of course it reset to like, you know, how it was before he interacted, where she was just standing there. And you know, he tore up a classroom, and of course it all reset. I mean, it was a very very interesting way of looking at, you know, the lack of interaction with the world.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Groundhog Day?
Kind of, yeah.
No,
I was
that was a
actually
good
thinking-
movie.
Have you seen that movie Risk Cutters?
No.
Just nobody has. It's a really fucking good movie, and it's based on the a collection of short stories, which I love. I read them all the time. But it was when I saw the movie came out, I was like super excited about it. And it's basically like if you kill yourself, your punishment for killing yourself is that you basically just have to live your same shitty life over, except a little shittier. And that's like the entire premise. So they're going around trying to find the people who are in charge because this chick accidentally overdosed, so she didn't actually kill herself. So they're trying to find the people in charge to like get her to not be there because she didn't actually kill herself. But that it's nobody can smile. It's always overcast. It's really weird. I watched it because what's that chick's name? Leslie Bibb was in it, and my aunt really likes her. But then I realized that fucking Tom Waits is in that shit. I was like, hell yeah. I don't know if everybody's a fan of Tom Waits. I am.
Yeah, I don't,
All right.
You shut
don't
up,
remember his name.
Lexi. Oh my god. Sacrilegious. She's like, Risk Cutters is actually the Twilight movies. I'll find you and I'll hurt you. She's like so fucking terrorize me with that shit. I fucking hate Twilight. Like, because I have a 15 almost 16-year-old daughter, so I had to live with Twilight. It was part of my life.
So I'm guessing you won't have your wedding up in Forks? Because I'm pretty sure I can get you a discount on one of the Twilight bedrooms on one of the hotels.
And I'm pretty sure I can shoot your kneecap out with a 45. Stop talking shit, giraffe.
I'll be quiet.
I fucking hate Twilight because I had to see all of the movies, I had to read all of the books, and I had to live with my daughter going, "Call me Bella now," for like 3 years. Yes.
Get Base Kid on this hangout right now.
She can't. But I was like, I hate my life like so much. And she's like, I don't know if I'm Team Edward or Team whatever the fuck the other guy's name is.
Jacob.
I don't know. I'm like, I want to die. That's pretty much where I was at. It's the worst thing. It's not a good story. Like the entire premise of the story is a total ripoff of the Southern Vampire Mysteries, which were actually good because they were mysteries. And it's like weird, not it. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense. They can come out in the daytime because it's overcast, but that doesn't make any fucking sense because if they die because of the UV rays, they still have UV rays, even if it's fucking cloudy. It doesn't make any sense. It drives me nuts. It does. I'm sorry. It triggers me. I'm an ideological purist when it comes to mythical
Marty.
creatures, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this up until we end because we're 15 minutes
Aw.
over, but that's fine. I guess we can go for another 5 minutes, but I got a fair amount of stuff going on today. I still have to finish this video. I have to go shopping, and
But
I
you
have
have
to get
to end
food.
like on the hour or the half hour because you're OCD.
A little bit, yeah, but
Oh,
I am a little crunched for time, so I'm gonna make it at 20 past the hour.
oh, okay. So, but it has to be on like a specific. You can't have it like 4:16. It has to be like 4:20.
Yeah, it does have to be a nice round number. Aw, hey Scotch, I love you, man. You just asked me not to end it, but I gotta, I do
You
have.
gotta go.
Aw.
What is going on?
So what's happening in the world, man?
Sorry, somebody's subscribing and unsubscribing, and it's making the
They're just fucking with you. Who are you? Who's doing this?
Well, that might be a reason for me not actually sheen squaring. I have nothing to do with this.
That's
This
hilarious.
is, you know what? I do love my subscribers. I mean, if this is the kind of trolling that they'll put me through, I mean, I very, very much appreciate you guys. Thank you.
That's love.
Well, since we are about to end, let me just do some quick shilling because
Chill away, man. That's what we're here for.
tomorrow, in about 18 hours, give or take now, you can come back and watch at least me and Marty again when we're going to do a live stream going over the late Roman Republic. It's a history stream, but like I said, people should be fascinated by history, so I think you should come hang out with us there.
I have it marked. We were at the Third Punic Wars and the formation of the Republic, correct?
No.
Not so much the formation of the Republic.
Yeah,
but
because the Punic Wars came after the formation of the Republic.
you can
Okay,
sort
well
of
then
say
you have to
we're
go back over the formation of the Republic so I know what the hell was happening.
they kicked out their king and formed the Republic.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, thanks. That's super in depth. I'm so glad you went into it for my benefit. I actually want to know how this shit happened, man.
Okay, fine. We can start with that. That's fine.
Thank you.
That was when Sevi dropped out anyway, so she might have something to say.
Yes, that's good. I'm interested in it, and the kids are listening, so maybe this time don't say Romans ran the Etruscans in the ass. That would probably be better. Just saying.
Which one of us said that, or was
I
it both
did.
of
You
us?
said that. No, Tim said it. My kids were listening. They were trying to find the maps, and then Tim goes, "The Romans were hardcore ass ramming," something like that, and my son was like, "Oh my god," and started laughing.
So,
funny for him. Go ahead.
what I feel I might eventually become an honorary uncle to those kids as well, just by teaching them swears their moms don't want them to hear. Danish swears.
Oh, great! Teach them that. That's all I need. Then they can say stuff, and I won't know.
Scotch, if you don't know who the Etruscans are, watch the first stream from last week. We went over this stuff.
Don't censor yourself,
What's the
mate.
worst swear word in Danish?
Sorry?
What's the worst swear word in Danish?
Oh, there are so many. Knip would probably be one of them.
Nip?
KNEP, which is sort of a variation. It's basically fuck.
Okay.
But mostly it would be piss and lort, which is basically pee and poo. But yeah, in Danish that's just sort of That's basically the one people usually use when they're really upset.
What if you just want to call somebody a son of a bitch?
Again, there are many. We don't really have that. Men Huong would probably be that one because that's basically what it is.
Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna let you keep that one because that already sounds like something I can't say.
Yeah.
I have got to start being influenced by, stealing basically from Sith and doing a Danish swear video.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, Sithy did
Thanks,
that with
Lexi. Thank you, Lexi.
Sithy did that with Swedish words. He did the Swedish swear words. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that video, by the way.
I just need someone who can actually do editing because you all know how my editing possibilities are.
Bro. Seriously, like all you need to do is watch a YouTube video. Like everything I learned, including my 3D stuff, I learned from watching YouTube videos.
No, it's not so much the ability, dude. It's the hardware.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, Detroit says those are lame sounding curse words because they sound too polite.
Everything sounds polite when you're European. All right, so I'm gonna kill this. Is there anything anybody else would like to add?
Can I just quickly say, I don't know if people remember, but ages ago I applied to my uni committee for their new safe space. And I got in.
Yay!
I just got an email. They're like, "Oh yeah, we got your application and you seem applicable." Like, yes,
that's gonna be perfect.
I'm going to destroy them from the inside.
You are a woman of color, so of course they would love to have you.
Oh, it's going to be amazing when they ask, "Hey, do you guys have any suggestions?" I'm just like, "Yeah, can we just not have this?"
So you're like, what's that guy's name? The guy who's on the Equality Commission or whatever.
Phil Davis.
Yeah.
Phil Moriarty.
No, not him.
The guy Sargon is talking about all the time. I'm pretty sure that's
Philip Davies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes,
all right, so
that dude is on the feminism and equality thing.
I'm pretty sure Misa is turning into her university's version of UKIP.
Nice.
Literally, we had to do a presentation with, and my class is completely liberal, and they kept making Trump jokes, and I was just sat there like, the entire way through.
All right, Mama, is there anything you'd like to add?
My mama subbed to me.
All right.
Well, I'm trying to break 6,000. Come on.
All right, Tim.
Same thing. I'm Sage Cruncell. I want to hit those 100 subs, so go sub to me.
Yep, I put his channel link in the description. Just in case you're not subbed to Tim, go sub to Tim. Undoomed, is there anything you'd like to
add? Yes, I'd like to shill for unsubscribing from Steve Shives.
Yes, for everybody watching, please
platform for good things.
Please unsubscribe. Yeah.
All right, I think that's a great place to end. Thank you all very much for 258 at the live count. I appreciate you all very much, and thank you, and have a wonderful day.